Carla Davis, the Tennessee Commissioner of Labor and Workforce, was in Manchester recently. Let's watch as she talks about the new mobile career centers available to help employers find employees.
We also have career centers across the state, and one of the things why that can be of importance and useful to businesses is that we can, if you tell us what you're looking for in terms of employees, we can do recruiting for you. So that can take a time and a cost away from you in having to do that. We do that with a lot of companies within the state of Tennessee. For Volkswagen, for instance, in Chattanooga, we work with them to provide recruiting services. Our career center there in Chattanooga had a big effort in working with Volkswagen to find the employees. I think they were hiring about 3,000 employees. I think they've hired maybe 2 so far. And so that was a really great opportunity for them and something that, we have a service available. We also have an online database where you can post your jobs and we will help you fill them that way too. And then another thing, we have our career coaches. And I don't know if you got a chance to see, we rolled out our career coaches about early last month. And so with federal funds, we purchased 3 mobile career coaches. And if you see them, when you get a chance to see them, they're very impressive. There'll be one coach each housed in each of the 3 grand divisions of the state, so East, Middle, and West Tennessee. And so those coaches will be available to go on site, provide training services, provide recruiting services. If we want to do GEDs, we can do that there. If in the unfortunate situation a company is closing, we can do unemployment insurance services. So there's a lot of use for these career coaches. And one of the things that's really cool about them is that they have internet access. There are 10 workstations on the coach. They have internet access. So in areas of the state that may not have internet access, these are available, and it's, again, free of charge. So if you just go online and you can reserve the coach, and they're already a hot commodity. I think they're reserved up to 2012. But don't worry about it. We can see if we can get you in. And they're also available to schools and any other organization that might have an interest. We have a number of schools who are interested in using the career coaches to train their kids on resume writing and job searching and that sort of thing. So we're really excited about having those coaches. We used them not too long ago, maybe about 3 weeks ago in Murfreesboro. There's a huge recruitment effort for Nissan, and we had about 3,000 people show up for that recruitment effort, and we used our coaches in that instance. A number of initiatives that we have undertaken to better serve the state businesses, but we also believe in what it can be done. And so in that regard, each state department, labor included, is going to conduct a top to bottom review of the department to find out where we can be more efficient, where we can be more effective, where there might be savings. And so this is really a place where I'd like to hear back from you, because we're here to serve you. And so I want to make sure that I hear about some of the things that you think that the Department of Labor could do differently, could do better, that we're doing well, so that we can make sure that we consider that in our top to bottom review and make the necessary changes if possible.
And stay tuned, more Newsleader on 6 is coming up straight ahead.
Our office used to look like this, but now with My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young, it's easy. We've made all of our files electronic and stored them in our virtual filing cabinet, which gave us tons of space. And Bob here, a big promotion. Melissa can pull files in minutes and spends hours on Facebook. And Kyle's confidential files stay confidential.
We're not totally paper-free, right? Thank you.
My Paper-Free Office from R.J. Young. It's that easy.
Since 1985, Life Communications and Security has been a household word in Middle Tennessee, mainly because people trust and believe in Life Communications and Securities in the work they do. Led by owner Jeff Wooten, LCS has continued to grow and earn the support of their many customers. When we ask businesses and homeowners who they put their trust in, these are the answers we receive.
Tommy Anderton with Traders Bank. When it comes to security and communications, we call Life Communications.
For all of our security needs at First Vision Bank, we call Life Communications.
Life Communications is a small investment for us to take care of our major investment.
Knowing this, why would you ever call anyone else for your security or communications needs? Call Life Communications and Security at 931-455-9016 or 1-866-535-9016. That's Life Communications and Security.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. The new East Lincoln Elementary School in Tullahoma is almost ready for students. Dr. Dan Lawson took John Gray on a tour yesterday. Let's watch a portion of that video.
Okay, folks, we're in the new library media center. Furniture's in here. They haven't changed youth chairs much, but these are changed a little bit. They're a better looking chair than we used to have to sit in.
Well, and the reason they haven't changed those much is the serviceability. If I look at some of the furnishings that we bought in libraries in the past, we've got some furniture, some solid wood furniture that's been in place for 35, 40 years. Yeah. So it's a little more of an investment today than pulling off the chrome and plastic stock, but 20 years from now this can be here. We've got a set of books in the other building that are already pre-sorted. They are stacked. They are ready to move down here. Mm-hmm. We're expecting to have the certificate of occupancy this week, and as soon as that happens, we will start stocking the shelves.
Very good.
So this is all but ready to go.
All right, Dan, we're in the central area now, where all the quarters come together.
How are we going to assure security? You've got 83,000 square feet. What are you going to do to keep those you don't want in out? Bottom line, you see the entry behind us. That is the principal entry point for the building. So that's where students will come in. There are other egress points, but that's where they will gain access to the building. Once it's 8:15, those doors secure, and the only way you access is off to my left, which is the principal's office, where you literally have to walk through and check in before you can get inside a door.
Very good.
Our art teacher here stepping up and saying, yeah, I think I could do that. So not only do we have a local tie with what's going on, but we have a local tie with who's doing the work. So we think that's a really neat trait.
That is good. All right, folks, we're back in a classroom, and I believe this might be one of the ones that we were in last time we were here. It's in the blue and green section of the building.
Right.
And as you can see, folks, the floors are shined, the cabinetry's in, everything is clean, finished, ready to go, other than your furniture people are here going to set up.
Absolutely. John, I've got two things that are left to be done on this. One is putting the furnishings in the building, and those folks are in play right now. The second is between the two marker boards, you see you have an open junction box. That's where we're going to put a smart board. So the smart board comes in here. There'll be a projector hanging up where that junction box is on the beam, and the technology that drives this class, the projector and the smart board, are the last things in.
Yeah, because that's something that can get
absolutely. But in terms of, are we ready for school? Truly, I need chairs and a marker, and we're ready to go right here.
Okay. About when do you think, Dan, you will have reached completion on this?
I'm saying on or about July 1.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great. And will that include your exterior? And
well,
probably not.
It will include the grade work on the exterior. It will not include the demolition and the site and grade work up front. John, this time yesterday, this was an empty shell of a building. Now everything was done. You see that we've got the red, the yellow, the green, the blue, consistent with the banners that are above me. That flows into the elemental theme of talking about wind and water, earth, wind, and fire, if you will. So
great band.
Absolutely. We've got that incorporated, and the boxes that you see behind us are about half of the furnishing. We had 2 tractor trailer loads that we took delivery of today. We'll have 2 more tractor trailers tomorrow. We'll have folks working on site for the next week to make sure that about a week from now, this place is ready to occupy.
Ready to go.
Yes.
So that's great. That is great.
And we'll have more on that tour on next week's Tullahoma Living. We'll be right back with more news after these messages.
They met in 1942 and married December 31st, 1944. 3 days later, he went to war in the Pacific. Overwhelmed with emotion 1 year later, she learned that his ship had been hit by a kamikaze. After a lengthy recovery, they were reunited. More than 60 years later, they are an inspiration to the power of enduring love. Meet Bob and Helen Whipple. Real people, real heroes. Life Care Centers of America.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has offices in Tullahoma. And for your banking convenience, offices all across this region. At Citizens Tri-County Bank, we listen when you tell us what you want in banking. So at our beautiful new Tullahoma downtown office at 201 North Jackson Street, enjoy the kids' playroom, home-like fireplace sitting area, drive-up 24/7 ATM, ample parking, and lighted and camera-monitored drive-thrus. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
Welcome back. The pet of the week this week at the Tullahoma Animal Shelter is a shepherd mix named Nikki, available for adoption. She is approximately 1 year old and gets along well with other dogs and children. Nikki is up to date on her vaccinations and will receive a free spay at the Middle Tennessee Spay and Neuter Clinic in Shelbyville, provided by the Tullahoma Animal Shelter. Angel, the corgi mix from last week, found a good home. Remember, microchip identification is available to all dogs adopted for a $10 or greater donation to the shelter. For more details, contact Teresa at 454-9580. State law requires a $25 deposit refundable upon proof that the adopted pet has been neutered or spayed. Please visit the shelter right away to choose your pet. The shelter has an ongoing need for donations of dog food, collars, leashes, treats, stainless steel food bowls, and monetary donations to provide medical care. The shelter greatly appreciates all donations. The Tullahoma Animal Shelter is located at 942 Maplewood Avenue.
And we'll be right back with your weather forecast.
Here at Russell Barnett Kia, we do not have any dancing hamsters, nor do we have any sock monkeys, but we do have the guaranteed lowest price on all new Kias. Come by and check out this all-new 2010 Sporty Kia Soul for $17,995. Or check out this new redesigned 2011 Kia Sportage. No sock monkeys, no dancing hamsters, just guaranteed low prices here at Russell Barnett Kia. My question is, why buy anywhere else?
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1942 at 93 degrees. The record low on this day was in 1931 at 44 degrees. The average high on this day is 81 and the average low is 59. For tonight, partly cloudy weather expected with a low of around 69. Isolated thunderstorms in the forecast for Friday with a high of 94 and a low of 69. Partly cloudy weather on on Saturday with a high of 94 and a low of 71. And folks, tomorrow, David Metter, who is a blind golfer and businessman, will be speaking at Tullahoma High School at 9 o'clock in the morning in the cafeteria. So he's kind of an inspirational kind of guy, so if you might want to check that out.
Be a good thing to go see. Bonnaroo next week. Jim, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I know you are.
You look ready.
All right, that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a good night.